I'm Toya Lavelle, this is Toya, and in today's episode we'll be discussing Like a Boss movie, the Invisible Man trailer, and the summer season of Love Island. But first, here's the quick sip. So we covered the new Sonic movie a few weeks ago on Toya, but who knew it was going to be one of the most successful video game movies ever. Sonic wasn't the only one making a comeback. Jim Carrey came back and nearly stole the show from Sonic. Let's just say it's no surprise they're already working on the sequel. Congratulations are in order for Quentin Tarantino, who has become a father at the age of 56. His wife Daniela gave birth to their baby boy at the age of 36. He said that he was going to retire after he's made 10 films, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was actually his 9th movie. So it'll be interesting to see whether he does retire after his next film. 2019 was definitely a breakout year for Billie Eilish. She became one of the most successful music artists, won so many awards, and even became text buddies with Drake, all before the age of 18. Now she's officially 18 and has become the youngest music artist to sing a Bomb theme, and it hit #1. I can't imagine what the rest of 2020 holds for her, but I'm very excited to see it. And finally, the internet went into meltdown when it was announced that Friends is going to be coming back to our screens this May. All cast members have signed on the dotted line for a reunion of the actual show, which is going to launch in May. However, they've been rumoured to be paid $2.5 million each. Do we think the chemistry will still be there? I would hope so for that amount. But that was your quick sip. Now for the real tea.
On it down here right now, I'm gonna jump.
She's crazy, she will jump.
Oh, I'm so glad I be planking. I'm sorry, white lady, if I die on you today.
One of the breakout comedy stars of the last few years has definitely been Tiffany Haddish. Much like Kevin Hart, she's been a comedian on the circuit and also an actress. She first appeared on our TV screens in 2005 in That's So Raven. She has paid her dues, she has worked hard, and I can only respect her hustle. Now, she's known for doing silly things and games and things like that. I've not always found her very funny. However, she really surprised me in Like a Boss.
Why is dream sex way better than real sex?
Because they come when you want them to.
Girl, that is so true. When I'm done, they done. Hello.
The film is funny and had me in absolute stitches at times, and I might have actually even done a spit your drink out moment. Tiffany is joined by Byrne and Selma Hayek, who gives us a surprisingly funny performance of the villain of the movie, and I loved her orange hair. Storyline isn't that complicated. Tiffany and Rose basically have a makeup business, and Selma Hayek comes in to try and help them, but break up their friendship.
You gonna give us our company back.
Drop it, shake it, pop it. Flip it, drop it, shake it. Going down for real.
I punched that bitch in the face.
I would marry you if I was in the coochie.
But don't just go to see this film because of the storyline, which is actually amazing and does do a lot of talk about sisterhood and basically being friends and what's important in your friendship groups. But also go because you will just have a funny night out with your girls. A small link to our quick tea, the film also stars Phoebe from Friends, Lisa Kudrow. I loved her appearance in the film.
Adrian, he was a sociopath. He said that I could never leave him. He controlled how I looked and what I wore. Then it was controlling when I left the house. And eventually, what I thought.
Moving on to Love Gone Wrong. Last week was Valentine's Day, and we always try to celebrate the people we love or just the people that are around us. But what happens when that love goes wrong? That's basically what this film, The Invisible Man, is about. They've only released the trailer for now, but here's what we know. This is a supernatural film about a man that goes invisible, but the filmmakers have tried their best to actually base it around science. What the trailer does show is the terror that can overtake your life when you're trying to get away from someone and they just won't actually let you go.
I'm sorry, I can't take you with me. I'm not gonna leave you with that thing on. Are you okay?
Don't worry about being ashamed. It's very important to be open and honest with people around you if you are in a domestic relationship, because the main thing abusers try to do is isolate you and make you feel lonely, and this film is going to touch on themes of all of that. It seems more thriller than horror, but I'm very interested to see how she deals with this very real threat to her life. I mean, we've all been there, right? That ex that just won't leave us alone.
He said that wherever I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him. Adrian is dead. He's not dead.
If you see the film this weekend, let me know what you think in the comments below and whether you think it's good or not.
So, after a sporting 6 weeks of drama and dating, the waiting is finally over. It's time to find out who you've chosen as your winning couple.
And finally, Love Island has finished, but they've announced the summer series is still coming. Like most years, this one had all manner of drama and controversy, from a cast member apparently using the M-word, you know, the sex on camera and off camera, all the breakups and makeups, and of course the tragedy linked to the show this year of the unfortunate passing of Caroline Flack. Rest in peace. I didn't really watch it that much this year, but Sideman kept me updated with all his commentary and the songs that he made around the characters of the show, particularly Mike.
The winners of Love Island are... Paige and Finn!
I was a little surprised and disappointed that Finn and Paige won, but I think his crying in his final speech really moved the public. It definitely set Twitter on fire because everyone was talking about him crying and declaring his love. Some people were still wanting the show to be axed. I'm not actually sure how I feel. I would like them to rejig it a little bit because I think it's getting a bit too predictable and we just need something a little bit different now. But what do you think? Should it stay or should it go? That's it for this week's Tea with Toya. Make sure you stay locked next week Wednesday, where we'll be discussing the new programme Dave that's going to be coming out, as well as other entertainment topics and film topics. And remember, when it comes to the tea, we #sip, don't spill.